Hi, everybody. This is Tammi Van Hollander, and I am so excited to be talking to you about the play therapy retreat that I am going to be facilitating in Sedona, Arizona. This is my third retreat that I have done with PESI. And being able to present in Sedona is absolutely a dream come true. Mago Sedona has 173 acres of beautiful landscape. There is a healing vortex and a healing garden, and just such a beautiful place to reset. There's also a labyrinth. So, as a play therapist, I have been a play therapist for close to 25 years. Play therapy and Sandre therapy is my passion. Anyone who knows me knows that this work is my passion. And one of the ways that I often explain play therapy when we're going deep into this world of imagination, I often use the metaphor of labyrinths. And in Maga Sedona is this spectacular labyrinth. And what I love about labyrinths and how I am able to connect them to the world of play therapy is that different from a maze, a labyrinth is a way of being able to go into it's a path. And if we follow the path, if we trust the process, it takes us where we need to go. And just like play therapy, for children, their language is play and the toys are their words. So, like a labyrinth and like play therapy, when a child goes deep into this world of play therapy, they are able to work out the things that are troubling them, those things that are so hard for them in imagination. It becomes this very safe space for them. One of the things that I really want to talk about within this particular event, this 5-day retreat, is that it's a retreat. It's an experience. This is not about giving you different interventions and different behavioral charts and different behavioral plans to fix the child, to help the child. This is a more in depth way to truly be able to understand the child. How this entire experience is going to be designed is this bottom up approach. And with this bottom up approach, we are first starting with the body, with the child's body, with our bodies, which makes sense. That's how the brain first develops. So we start with this body approach. We start in this way that we are helping ourselves and children regulate. And then we're able to connect in relationship. We have this beautiful co regulation. And then we can move up to that higher level of thinking to be able to reason. So we are going to be starting first. We'll be doing breakouts first, starting with superhero gadgets. And then we're going to be moving into some deep attachment work. So we understand attachment. So we're able to do didactic work together. We're able to attune. We're able to mirror one another. And then moving up into beautiful relationship based work. And once we get to those pieces, then we're able to go to that higher level up thinking for kids. Now, Sandre is my love. I was fortunate enough to just do the first TEDx talk on Sandre. Wednesday is going to be Valentine's Day, a full day of Sandre. And we have special bonuses. I have a very special person coming with me who is going to be on Valentine's Day doing a self-love sound bowl meditation. We're going to have another night where we're doing Nidra restorative yoga. and she is trained in soul collage. If you do not know what soul collage is, check it out. It is an amazing modality. She's a soul collage facilitator, and you're going to be able to create your own soul collages, which is similar to Sandre when we're looking at imagery and the work of imagery. So talking about Sandre, I picked out two images that I often use in my Sandre trainings and when I think about Sandre. Because with Sandre therapy, we are really connecting our conscious mind and our unconscious mind. And they're often just in conflict. And by placing these miniatures in the sand without even thinking too much about them, you're then able to create a story. It's this full body experience where you're able to navigate your world. So this is a very special miniature. I'm not sure how well you can see it. It was done by an artist, Georgia Mann, and it is based on the story of Abraham Hicks called The Stream of Well-Being. And if you'll notice, the oars are actually inside the canoe. And how the story goes is that we cannot row upward in a stream without oars. But if we don't have the oars and we're able to follow the stream downward and we're able to trust the process, it will take us to where we need to go. And I love this idea because we can work so hard with different behavioral plans and different interventions, and we're stuck. We all have had those clients who come into our office and you may be asking them many different questions about their day. And what happens? They're going to shut down on you. But when we're able to connect and to follow the child's lead and to trust them, they'll take us where they need to go. So I have a plant. And I love this idea for us as child therapists, play therapists, is that we are the seed planters. We are planting the seeds. We're planting the seeds for the parents that we work with. We're planting the seeds with the clients that we work with. And we have to nurture them. We have to water them. We have to let them grow. And we have to be able to trust that process when we are doing these things for our clients. I am a advanced nurtured heart approach trainer, and so we'll also be talking a little bit about the nurtured heart approach. I got trained in the nurtured heart approach because I did not want to do any more behavioral plans, and I wanted to be able to work with parents and teachers and therapists. And the nurtured heart approach is about how are we energizing children's greatness? How are we helping with their own inner wealth? So part of this activities that we'll be doing are greatness activities. How are we able to empower children? How are we able to raise kids who are I can kids than I can't, than kids who believe that they can't, and they spiral into this negative thinking? So how are we helping kids and families to boost their resilience? And this can often be really difficult when we are looking at trauma and we're working with trauma. Again, going back to that bottom-up approach. Children who have experienced trauma are in a hyper-vigilant mode. They are reacting often with their body because trauma is stored in the body. So it makes sense that when we are able to do different activities that are in their body, that are helping to understand their bodies, that are understanding their brain, they're going to be able to have better reactions when we're able to give that psychoeducation. We'll be talking about relational neuroscience and the polyvagal theory. In our play therapy retreat that we did in New York in September, people had said that polyvagal always sounded very complicated for them. And it wasn't until we did our training at the retreat that they were able to really understand it. We're going to be doing it in the Sandre. We're going to be acting it out. We're going to be doing it through journaling, getting all of those pieces to truly understand it. Now, another thing that's really important that I want to say about this retreat, I've had several people ask me, is it going to be all training? Is there going to be any time for myself? You all have incredibly stressful jobs, stressful lives. And what's so important about this retreat is that it is your own reset. You are going to have so much time, whether you want to be with others in community or if you just want to be by yourself. We are going to, the schedule, I teach from 8 in the morning till 12 o'clock. You'll have lunch, and then you have from 1 o'clock to 5:30 to do whatever you choose to do. You could do one of the things that we may be doing in terms of yoga, doing a meditative hike with us, or you can be going out on your own. I also want to say, in terms of, there's so many different things we're going to be doing, but when we are talking about this idea of co-regulation and this bottom-up approach, sand is a co-regulator, nature is a co-regulator. We are going to be outside one in the mornings, most of the morning, and I am going to be sharing with you my very favorite nature-based interventions. Now, even if you can't bring nature, you can't go out in nature, maybe within your practice, these are different ways that you can still be incorporating nature within your practice. And what makes nature so beautiful, which we know, is that it's incorporating all of those senses. When I have done these retreats in the past, it's just been amazing that once we're out in nature and then we come back to be open to do the teaching part of it, everyone's minds are open. Everyone's a little bit more awake, a little bit more alert, because our brains are activated within nature, within the beautiful space that we are in, and getting away from the stressors of home and the stressors of work. It's been hard and there's a lot of stress. So this is a place not only for learning, it's like this little plan. One of the most important roles for me as your facilitator is to be a safe space holder, to create a reset for you to be able to refuel, to feel rejuvenated, to feel empowered, to go back to your office, to do this work with the experiences and the activities that I am going to teach you. I believe that no activity or intervention is a one and done. It's all the process. And really from day one all the way to day 5 is we're going to go full circle from play to thoroplay activities, to Sandre, to mindfulness, and to bibliotherapy as well. I forgot to talk about bibliotherapy, but my book in July, the Bibliotherapy Toolkit, is coming out with PESI, where we have over 100 interventions. And so I will also be talking about bibliotherapy. What's really important, what we'll be talking about is what is the difference between a bottom-up approach when we are first starting with non-directive and then a top-down when we are able to do more of that learning pieces. So I am so excited about this event. There is a QR code up top. You get $400 off to come join us. And I am just so looking forward to seeing you all there, and this will be an experience that you will never forget. So I look forward to seeing you all in Mago, Sedona.